one of 574 in the United States. Even though each tribe is unique with their own histories, cultures, and distinct challenges and opportunities, the tribes still share many commonalities, especially a desire and need to keep our people safe. And right now, Native people are facing real threats to ensure our safety. The growing use and abuse of illegal drugs are claiming countless lives on reservations across this country. And Native American women and girls continue to be exploited, trafficked, and subjected to violence at reprehensible levels. So tonight's theme, Make America Safe Again, is especially important for us. I look forward to working with everyone here to make America safe again. To help us preserve, protect, and enhance our future generations. Miigwech, and God bless America.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome businessman Perry Johnson.
What a group. Well, I'm Perry Johnson, and I'm a business owner of 81 companies around the world. And I'm going to ask you one simple question. Are Americans better off today than they were 4 years ago? No. In 2019, the median household income in the United States was $4,000 more than it is today. And on an average, things are 20% more expensive. Why? Joe Biden. When you go to the grocery store and you find that things are 30% more, you can thank Joe Biden. When you have to fill up your gas tank and it's 50% more expensive, thank Joe Biden. And when you buy a home and get a mortgage, your payments are almost double what they were 4 years ago. And I know because one of my companies is a mortgage company. Now, what do you say we fire Joe Biden? I live in Michigan, a state with grit in its veins, beautiful Great Lakes, and greatness in its soul. We built the auto industry. We win national championships. Go Blue! But under Joe Biden and Gretchen Whitmer, we can't catch a break. And Michigan isn't alone. Everyone worries about the economy. Do you know that right now, 66% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck? I think that stinks. But Biden says things are looking up. Well, the only person looking up is Joe Biden as he stares into space on the debate stage. In 2016, Americans elected Trump to fix Washington. He built the strongest economy in our lifetime. What do you say we give Trump a hand with no inflation? Joe Biden says he can't keep our borders safe. Did Trump keep our borders safe? Yes. Under Trump, we had virtually no inflation for 4 years. That is a fact. Under Trump, family income went up every year. That is a fact. Our borders were secure under Trump. That is a fact. And under Trump, we will have lower prices, affordable American energy, lower taxes, and a better quality of life. What do you say we re-elect Trump? Trump. When I brought quality to the auto industry, it was pivotal in saving the auto industry. And when Trump brings quality to Washington, he will save America. Joe, Carmela, and Gretchen, I have a message for you. Michigan is the state that gave Donald Trump the win in 2016, and Michigan will be the state that sends President Trump back to the White House in 24. President Trump is the toughest president since Teddy Roosevelt. When he was shot, notice, they were carting him his way and his arm was raised because nothing will stop him. Fight. For him, America is always first. He has the heart of a lion, the brain of a genius, and he's done it before. President Trump is ready to save our country, to make America great again. I am ready to do whatever is necessary to get Trump back in the White House. Are you with me? Yes! 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 Trump! 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 Let's do it! Trump! 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 Trump!
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Whether you stop.
From the very first day that we take back the White House from crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of our country, I believe that we're going to have 4 of the greatest years in the history of our country. I will once and for all secure our elections. We're going to go to paper ballots. We're going to have same-day voting, voter ID. We're going to do it properly. We're going to have good, secure, beautiful elections. We never want what happened in 2020 to happen again. But until then, Republicans must win. And we must use every appropriate tool available to beat the Democrats. They are destroying our country. Whether you vote early, absentee, by mail, or in person, we are going to protect the vote. That's the most important thing we have to do, is protect the vote. Keep your eyes open, because these people want to cheat, and they do cheat. And frankly, it's the only thing they do well. We will make sure your ballot is secure and your voice is heard. Many Republicans like to vote on Election Day, and we must swamp the radical Democrats with massive turnout on Tuesday, November 5th. The way you win is to swamp them. If we swamp them, They can't cheat. It just doesn't work out. But if you can't make it, you need to make a plan, register, and vote any way possible. We got to get your vote. So with your vote, we will win a victory the likes of which no one has ever seen before. We will evict crooked Joe Biden from the White House, and we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024, the most important day in the history of our country. That's what it's going to go down as. Thank you.
Hey everybody, when I first started Turning Point 12 years ago, I saw the importance of grassroots activism, and here we are at the convention in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I want to encourage you right now to give what you can, to give $5, $10 by texting 88022 and supporting President Trump. We must win this election in November, and all of you are important to build the army, the grassroots mobilization that is so necessary. That is text 88022. We must have President Trump's back. Text donate to 88022.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator from Arizona, Kari Lake.
Wow. Hello. I love you. I love you. I love you, Arizona. You guys are amazing. Wow. This is MAGA energy tonight, guys. Love it. Oh, wow. This room, America, I wish you were in this room with us. This is electric. Hello, America. Welcome everybody who's watching at home, and welcome everybody in this great arena tonight. We love you all. Actually, wait a minute. I don't mean that. I don't welcome everybody in this meeting, in this room. The guys up in the fake news, frankly, all right, frankly, you guys up there in the fake news have worn out your welcome, right? You've worn it out, guys. You have spent the last 8 years lying about President Donald Trump and his amazing patriotic supporters. Actually, guys, they lie about everything. They've lied about Joe Biden's health, the economy, the laptop, the border. I could go on and on and on. But the really good news is that every day more and more people are turning off the fake news. And they're... That's right. And Americans are waking up to the truth about the disastrous Democrat policies pushed by Joe Biden and his favorite congressman, my opponent, Ruben Gallego. These guys, they're full of bad ideas. Just last week, Ruben Gallego voted to let the millions of people who poured into our country illegally cast a ballot in this upcoming election. Gallego and the Democrats have handed over control of my state, Arizona's border, to the drug cartels. And because of them, criminals and deadly drugs are pouring in, and our children are dying. Our children are getting their hands on these drugs and dying. I'll tell you, the hardest thing I've had to do on the campaign trail is talk to moms and dads who come up to me and tell me that their 19-year-old son has died because of fentanyl poisoning, or their 22-year-old daughter took a half a pill and she's gone. We are losing a generation of young people to this fentanyl crisis, and it's got to stop. The Grand Canyon State has become the fentanyl state, and it's not okay with this mom. I'm not okay with that. I don't think it's okay with that mom. I don't think it's okay with that mom. It doesn't have to be this way. The problems we face are huge, the problems caused by the Democrat Party. But the solutions, guys, they're really simple. First of all, stop the Biden invasion and build the wall. Easy. And while we're building the wall, let's kick Bidenomics to the curb and bring back the Maganomics. Is that okay? I miss the strong Trump economy. And because I'm a mama bear, I want to replace this indoctrination, this psychological abuse they're inflicting on our children with a real, solid, quality education. It's all common sense. The great news is that we can solve these problems, and to be honest, we must solve these problems for the sake of our children, because that's really what this is all about, right? The next generation, the future of our country. I learned something watching, the Nature Channel, that the most dangerous place on planet Earth is between a mama bear and her baby cubs. Right? And that's exactly where the radical left have found themselves, and it's not going to go well for them. Because guess what? They have awoken a sleeping giant. Tens of millions of moms and dads from sea to shining sea, they're going to show up on November 5th, and they're going to be hearing from us on November 5th. That's right. Actually, I think I can think of one thing more dangerous than a grizzly bear, and it's a middle-aged, fed-up mother in Washington, D.C. And I haven't even started my hot flashes yet, guys. Just wait. Just wait. But seriously, I want every mother and father to know this, that we, the Republican Party, will fight. I will fight, not just for my kids and my daughters over here. Are you over there, Ruby? Wave to me. Wave to Mom. My daughter's over there. I want to fight for, selfishly, I want to fight for my kids, but I want to fight for your kids as well. They deserve a better future. They deserve a better future. But the really good news here, and the fake news the fake news wants us to believe we're 50-50 at each other's throat. They're creating division and anger. Americans are actually much more united than people believe, right? You see it. We see it. We want to make life better, and we want to create an incredible future for this generation and the next generation. And together, when we join together, we will make America safe again, and we will make America great again. God bless all of you here tonight. God bless you, America, and God bless President Donald J. Trump. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator from Wisconsin, Eric Hovde.
President Trump, Mr. Chairman, and delegates, welcome to Wisconsin. I'm Eric Hovde. I'm proud to be running for the United States Senate from the great state of Wisconsin, where my family has lived for more than 100 years. We're all here today for one reason: to make Americans safer, stronger, and more prosperous. We are blessed to live in the greatest country in human history, America, our home. But America is struggling under Joe Biden. And Senator Baldwin has been a rubber stamp voting with him 95.5% of the time. You can believe that. Biden, with Baldwin's help, has weakened us in every way, making Americans less safe. They've eroded us financially by racking up more debt in the last 3.5 years than our country's first 230 years, fueling massive inflation and leaving families wondering how they're going to pay the bills. They've made us less safe at home with their defund the police movement. And Biden, with his border czar, Vice President Harris, opened our southern border, allowing criminals and terrorists to enter our country. They've emboldened drug cartels to flood our streets with fentanyl, killing over 100,000 Americans every year. It is sad. I've talked to parents that have lost their child to this fentanyl poison. They've made us less safe and secure internationally with their incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Our adversaries moved. Putin on Ukraine, Iran through their proxies, Hamas on Israel, and China getting more aggressive every day. Despite all of that, Tammy Baldwin called the Biden administration the most successful in generations. Can you believe that one? I mean, seriously. This shows how detached she is from everyday Wisconsinites. It doesn't have to be this way. Under President Trump, family budgets were more secure. Our border was secure. Our world was secure. Where Biden and Baldwin have failed, President Trump and I will get the job done. Our country has become too divided, though. Instead of putting on just the blue jersey or the red jersey, we need to put on the red, white, and blue jersey and come together as Americans. We need to heal this country from the division that the left has brought. And the media, you have to stop dividing us. If we can come together, we will win Wisconsin. We will restore America. But it's going to take everyone getting involved. Are you ready to go save your country? Are you ready to restore the American dream? Thank you, everyone. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator from Ohio, Bernie Moreno.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm Bernie Moreno, and I'm honored to stand before you tonight as the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate from the great state of Ohio. Many years ago, my parents brought me and my siblings to America legally. They left Colombia because they wanted their children to live in a country where they could achieve anything. I will forever be grateful to them. I love America, and I've lived the American dream. I married my best friend, raised a family, built successful businesses, and created thousands of jobs for hardworking Americans. But the American dream that I lived is under attack from Joe Biden and his enablers in the Senate, like Sherrod Brown. They have encouraged millions of illegals to invade America. And Joe Biden's border czar, Kamala Harris, and the Democrat Senate have put the welfare of illegals ahead of our own citizens. They've destroyed our border. They destroyed our economy. They've destroyed our standing in the world. And they'll destroy America if we don't stop them. In November, we will fire Biden and Harris, and we will re-elect President Donald J. Trump. I'm so proud that my senator, my friend, J.D. Vance, will be the next Vice President of the United States. He represents the best of Ohio, the best of America, and will be an incredible leader and defender of President Trump's plan to always put America first. And he won't stop there. Sherrod Brown votes with Biden virtually 100% of the time. I don't know if I agree with my wife 100% of the time. But Sherrod and Joe seem to have a very close relationship. Well, tonight, we've got a message for failed lifelong politicians like Sherrod Brown and Joe Biden. It's time to go home. A vote for Trump and Moreno is a vote to put America first. We will end the invasion at our southern border. We will fix our economy, protect American workers, and rescue America's family from Biden's and Brown's inflation. We will end the wars and deliver peace. I will fight alongside Donald Trump to make America stronger, safer, and more prosperous. Thank you, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator from Michigan, Mike Rogers.
Hello, America. I'm Mike Rogers, candidate for the United States Senate for the great state of Michigan. And I want to give a quick shout out to my fellow Michiganders, the hardest working people in the United States. God bless you right there. Listen, because Joe Biden and my liberal opponents' runaway spending, American families have been crushed by inflation. High costs of groceries and gasoline and rent. I was talking to a grocery clerk just recently. She said, I got it when this carts got a little skinny at the beginning of Joe Biden's administration because of high costs. But what breaks my heart is at the end of ringing up an order, they have to reach up and pull something off the counter and put it back in their cart. Thanks to the Democrats in Washington, D.C. The most expensive vehicle to operate in Michigan in 2024 is your grocery cart, thanks to the Democrats in Washington, D.C. And while pockets are pinched, Biden is trying to force you to buy an electric vehicle. Better get a long extension cord. Let me be clear. EV mandates will destroy American jobs. EVs require 40% less labor to build than gas cars. And here's the kicker. 85% of the critical minerals needed to build them are processed in China. It is impossible to build an EV without getting into bed with the Communist Party of China. Listen, my opponent even signed an agreement to use taxpayer money to bring a Chinese battery company to Michigan, your taxpayers' money. I'll tell you this. I will never put our children's future at the hands, or the matter of fact, the Michigan auto business in Michigan, in the hands of the Chinese Communist Party, and it's the Republicans that are going to stop them from doing that. I'm committed to keep Americans safe from threats both at home and abroad. As a former Army officer, FBI special agent battling organized crime, and chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, I've seen how dangerous the world can be. But in all my time working to protect America, I have never seen anything like the Biden-Harris open border policy. They are rolling out the red carpet for violent gangs, fentanyl, Chinese spies, individuals on the terrorist watch list. And listen, our adversaries aren't stupid. They know that all they need to do is wait until nap time at the White House to push the limit. Does anyone really believe that another 4 years of Biden, Harris, and the Democrat Senate will make us safer or more prosperous? I certainly don't. And I don't think Michigan does either. Listen, it is long past time that we restore law and order. We make groceries affordable again. We make America respected again. We make America safe again. We flip the United States Senate and elect Donald Trump and make America great again. Thanks. Get fired up. This is the election to do your work. God bless.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next senator from Pennsylvania, Dave McCormick.
Pennsylvania. Hello, Milwaukee. Who's ready? Who's ready to retire Joe Biden and border czar Kamala Harris and send her back to California? Who's ready for that? And who's ready to make Donald Trump our 47th president? Are you ready for that? And who's ready to make J.D. Vance our new vice president? And who's ready to send Chuck Schumer packing? I'm ready. I'm ready. My name is Dave McCormick, and I'm running to be the Pennsylvania's next United States Senator, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I want to first acknowledge what transpired just a few days ago in my home state, where I witnessed firsthand from a front row seat in Butler President Trump's remarkable strength and resolve in a terrifying and unpredictable moment. The president rose brilliantly to the challenge. But what a sad and frightening day for the families of those who were injured or lost, and for our great country. And we all thank God that President Trump is okay. I'm a seventh-generation Pennsylvanian from the great Keystone State, born and raised. A West Point graduate, a former Army wrestler. I'm a combat veteran of the 82nd Airborne Division. All right, 82nd. And I'm a business leader who helped create hundreds of jobs in Western Pennsylvania. But most important, I'm a dad to 6 daughters, and I'm a husband to the love of my life, Dina, wherever she is. Now my opponent's name is Bob Casey. But you probably don't know him because he does nothing. For 18 years, Bob Casey has been warming a chair and drawing a paycheck. He is a do-nothing, out-of-touch, liberal career politician. And when he votes for Joe Biden's tired old ideas. Casey's been around so long that the #1 song when he was first elected was the Macarena, right? Does everybody remember the Macarena? But sadly, this is no joke, because politics is about choices, and the policies of Biden and Bob Casey are dangerous for Pennsylvania and America. They won't keep us safe. Drugs have poured across the Biden-Harris, Casey wide-open borders, killing 100,000 Americans, including 4,000 Pennsylvanians last year alone. Illegal immigrants have victimized innocent young women who could easily be your daughter or mine. And time again, Casey has voted for pro-criminal judges who have made our streets across Pennsylvania more dangerous. Biden and Casey's failed policies have crushed working families with sky-high prices for gas and groceries and rent, and regulations to kill Pennsylvania natural gas. Under President Trump, America's future was strong and prosperous, and our adversaries feared stepping out of line. My friends, the choice this November is clear. It's a choice between strength and weakness, a choice between America's greatness or its sad, disgraceful decline. This is, my friends, the most important election of our lifetimes. And we deserve a president and a Senate that will go to the mat to fight for America. A president and a Senate that will unite America. And in Pennsylvania, that means voting for Trump and McCormick in November. Thank you all for leading the charge. God bless our United States of America.
Our southern border in crisis. Enemies of America pouring in. Your family at risk. Working families struggling to pay the rent, buy groceries, pay for gas. Yet Washington is paralyzed. But this week at the convention in Milwaukee, Republicans are developing a plan to end inflation, secure the border, make groceries and life affordable again, to right the wrongs of the last 4 years. Tune in to watch the plan unfold.
Senator Katie Britt here. As a mom of 2, I will do everything I can to protect my children. America is unsafe under Joe Biden. You hear it in the news, you see it online. Our safety is constantly jeopardized by Biden's open borders, his deadly fentanyl crisis, and the wave of violent crime. I will not stand by as Biden's decline threatens the safety of my children. And the truth is, you can't either. And that's why we need to send President Donald Trump back to the White House. He will restore a sense of law and order in this country and a sense of safety for our families.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome West Virginia Governor and the next senator from West Virginia, Jim Justice, and Baby Dog.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jim Justice, and I'm from West Virginia, and I absolutely believe with all my soul we've got the greatest people in the world in West Virginia. And we want you to come and try us out someday. Now, with all that being said, I know that a lot of you want to meet my little buddy. So if Baby Dog could come on out here. Now, as the world watches, you didn't really expect that, did you? But with that being said, let me just say just this. She makes us smile, and she loves everybody. And how could the message possibly be any more simpler than just that? Now, I've got to tell you just this. The foundation of my life is the truth. I've got to tell you just this and tell you this right now. I challenge the media all the time to find something that knowingly I've told them it's not the truth. and they can't do it because I'm not going to do that. Now, I want you to listen to this and pay really close attention. The bottom line to why we're here, the bottom line to every single thing that's going on in this great country today is one thing. We become totally unhinged if Donald Trump is not elected in November. I want to talk to you tonight about my relationship with President Trump. I want to talk to you about an incredible man. I want to tell you the truth about him and his family. He's tough. He's super smart. He's a business guy. But maybe there's something that you've missed, and that is he genuinely cares. He cares about all of us. Every last one of us, and he loves this nation beyond good sense. He has amazing kids. I've hunted and fished with Don Jr. He's an incredible outdoorsman and a really treasured friend. Now imagine this. Eric and I have been so far back in the woods on top of a mountain, and I blew the tire out on the back of my 4x4, and who was under the vehicle right then? Eric Trump. Eric Trump changed the tire. Donald Trump has taught his kids the very best. He's taught them absolutely to respect the military. He's taught them to respect our first responders. He's taught them absolutely to treat our working men and women with love and respect all across this land. Let me tell you just this. I was in the green room with President Trump, and there was a MAGA hat laying there. I picked it up. We had just had our first grandbaby, a boy named JC. JC absolutely was just not old at all. And all of a sudden I asked President Trump if he would sign that hat for our grandbaby JC. He took it. You know what he wrote on it? He wrote, JC, always work hard. Now let's review. Donald J. Trump, my friend, my close friend. He's tough. He's super smart. He's a business guy. He loves America. He taught his kids the right values, and he's a hard worker. Sure sounds like a leader to me. Sure sounds like a president to me. Then ask yourself, why does Donald Trump fight every day for us and continue to take this senseless persecution? Why? And I know the answer. Because we're worth it. Now, Baby Doll's got a prediction for everybody here. And here's the prediction. Baby Dog says, we'll retain the House, the majority in the House. We're going to flip the United States Senate. And overwhelmingly, we're going to elect Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance in November. And Baby Dog says, what is the reason that she knows why we're going to win? And the answer is one thing, because we're worth it. God bless you, God bless this great country, and God bless Donald J. Trump.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome the next senator from Indiana, Congressman Jim Banks.
Thank you. I don't know about you, but thank God Baby Dog's a Republican. Thank you, fellow Republicans, and thank you to the great state of Indiana for making me your nominee to be the next United States Senator. Only in America could a kid like me, who was born in a trailer park, the son of a factory worker and a nursing home cook, end up here. I'm Jim Banks, and I have lived the American dream, and I'm proud of it. But the biggest difference today between Republicans and Democrats is that we believe America is the greatest country in the history of the world. But they don't. I got to tell you, as an Afghanistan war veteran, I've never been more ashamed than when Joe Biden's disastrous withdrawal left 13 American heroes dead, and then he lied about it. Americans want a president who is proud of their country and who they can be proud of. Joe Biden is an embarrassment. We went from the strongest president of my lifetime and President Trump to the weakest president in history and Joe Biden. We need President Trump back in the White House if we're going to make America great once again. But ladies and gentlemen, he's going to need backup in the United States Senate. This is no time for wimpy Republicans. That's why I'm running. We'll start by securing the border. If you came here illegally under Joe Biden, you're going back to where you came from under Donald Trump. My dad was a Union Democrat for most of his life. Today, he's a Trump Republican. Because my dad knows that President Trump will always put American workers first. Trump was the first president of my lifetime to hold China accountable for taking our jobs. He brought manufacturing back to Indiana and boosted wages for hardworking Hoosiers. Ladies and gentlemen, Trump saved the American dream. But if we have Biden for 4 more years, that dream won't be there for my 3 daughters. So we are going to take our country back for them, for your children, for your grandchildren, for every American. My friends, I can't wait for November 5th at 6:01 p.m. Eastern Time, when the great state of Indiana is once again the first state on the board to give our Electoral College votes to the greatest president of my lifetime, my friend, Donald J. Trump. Thank you. God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please welcome Captain Sam Brown, the next senator from Nevada.
Thank you. I want to start by thanking my God for my life. I want to thank my wife for her strength, for her courage and her support in this race. And back home, I want to thank my children. I do this for many reasons, and you are part of that mission. Tonight I offer a message of hope because I know the importance of hope in difficult times. On September 4th, 2008, my Humvee ran over a roadside bomb in Afghanistan. The explosion left me drenched in diesel and burning alive. As I neared death, I felt the flames being smothered and heard a voice say, "Sir, I've got you." Through the pain and anguish of recovery and the years that followed, I never lost hope. And I stand before you. I stand before you today as a Republican nominee for Senate from the great state of Nevada. America, I served you as a soldier, and I want to serve you again. As a U.S. Senator, I will proudly stand alongside Donald Trump to make America affordable, safe, and strong again. We have a tough fight ahead, but it won't be my first. Nevadans are suffering right now. The unemployment rate in Nevada is nearly 25% higher than the national average. The Biden-Harris economy might be fine for millionaires like Senator Jackie Rosen, but it's terrible for Nevadans struggling with inflation and high prices. Yet Jackie and Joe want to raise your taxes while dodging their own. I'll work with President Trump to cut taxes for working families and end taxes on tips for struggling Nevada service workers. Because life must be affordable for millions, not just millionaires. Finally, look at my face. This is the high cost of war. If Joe Biden stays in office, more service members will pay this price. He has brought our nation humiliation, defeat, and to the brink of more war. I've been through the fire. President Trump has been through the fire.